everybody! Welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Modern Age's Threefold by Green Ronin Publishing. I am the Game Master Johannadan.
I am the co-host Casualty CDG, but you can call me Gary, and on this Friday, we'll be playing our favorite age game, which right now is Modern Age. We're playing the Threefold setting. I'm playing sort of a bionic, anti-hero, hero-esque, I don't know, I'm going for like a leader type, but maybe who's a little over the edge. The character's name is Corporal Norman.
And I am Robert, friend of Fresh Out the Box, and I'll be playing the part of Virgil, a headstrong ex-pencil pusher who now has way too much ability to psychically connect with people. So, not probably the best for people around him, but great for Virgil.
And I am Michael Powell, and you can find me all over the internet on my social medias, which is usually at Mr. Kapow, that's MrKapao, or on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Michael Powell Does Stuff, because I do a lot of stuff. Well, I am going to be playing Max here, who is a kind of a fish out of water pizza delivery man who's really good at running.
30 minutes or it's free. So last session, you guys dealt with a psychic fissure of a creature created by a traumatized child. It was putting people in comas, and you guys actually wound up in another dimension. Thank you for the resub. 13 months, D-Ski. Excellent.
Thank you.
I think D-Ski is our longest subber.
That's right.
So, thank you so much. We love you. But you guys dispatched that creature, returned to the regular world, through means at that time unknown. But if you recall mechanically, Robert used a power stunt to turn off everything going on and return you guys to the normal world. It was pretty cool. And
Right.
now, after you guys returned to home base, Mr. Kapow went on some pizza deliveries and saw that the city is falling apart and people are being infected, people are being corrupted. It's dark times in Santa Monica. So, after that, you guys were notified of a temporal disturbance going on at the museum. Going to investigate, you guys show up in the parking garage only to be meted by a hail of gunfire. There are 3 visible men in full tactical gear, bulletproof vests. Some of them have ballistic shields, guarding 2 black SUVs that probably shouldn't be there. And that's where we open up.
Yeah, Mac is thinking that after that talk about parallel dimensions and portals and such, they might not be at their home dimension. At least that's what he's thinking.
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I planted that seed of thought in everyone's head that made them paranoid forever. You'll never know if this is the real dimension or the real you ever again.
There is one way to know, and Robert almost picked it as a talent. Earth souls can tell, but none of you are Earth souls.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's actually pretty cool. We were reading about all that stuff. I liked it. But yeah, so who's driving?
I think Mr. Kapow is probably...
Mr. Kapow, you're behind the wheel. Your car is being shot by bullets. What do you do? We're opening up in action.
I don't know if I can combine driving with free running, but I want to do that, at swerving, at sometimes jump on the curve behind some mailboxes or one of those boxes where you get newspaper and stuff, and then back on the streets, and it's just kind of weave in and out of traffic. Car free running.
You are in a parking garage.
Oh. And weave in and out between cars and all that such.
So you take evasive maneuver. So go ahead and give me a drive check. First roll of the night. We're doing it early. We're right in the action.
Yes, sir. I'm already ready too.
All right, let's see. Drive. Here it is.
Oh, wow. So you have stunt points. Let me know what you're doing with those stunt points. But it is a success. You do succeed. You don't get stunt points if you don't. So, yeah. You take evasive maneuvers. You get behind some pillars, and you start paralleling these guys.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Is this part of anti-vehicle stunts or just chase stunts?
Chase stunts.
Chase stunts. Okay, got it.
Unless you see an anti-vehicle stunt that works somehow. But
I got 3. So let's
yeah.
go with evasive maneuver, since we are being evasive, and also burst of speed.
Excellent. So yeah, you're harder to hit and you're driving faster. So your options, right? You can either go up the ramp to the next level, which would cut their line of sight completely, or you can try and park behind the few cars that are here for cover. They both come with draws and disadvantages.
You know what? Let's be sneaky boys and try to lose them. You see, Max is behind the wheel. Go, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. Ah!
You Tokyo drifted straight up this ramp and just. And you just come around the corner, and you're clear. You're up here. There's no one up here. It is an empty floor. You are now on the 3rd floor of the parking complex.
Wait, I said that I was gonna go park behind those cars.
Oh, you're gonna go behind the cars. Yeah.
Tokyo
drifted behind those cars, and you're still on the 2nd floor. They continue to fire at the cars, but you have pretty good protection.
Okay. For now, Max is just gonna shut everything down. The lights, engines are off. Just looks over at Virgil and Norman goes, "It's down."
Norman, you want to call them off or something? What's going on here?
Maybe if we're really, really quiet, he won't notice us anymore.
If they start shooting again, I'm gonna handle it myself.
Pow, 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 pow.
I open the car door and pull my shield up and start walking towards the firing vehicles.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if there's a total defense type of action, but that's what I'd like to do. I'm not trying to get shot, right? I'm trying to block the bullets and approach.
There is, let's see. There is the defend major action.
Okay.
There's also the minor action guard up.
Minor action. Well, let's defend major action then, right? I think you can do both in this system, if I'm not mistaken. And I will. I want to do all of that.
Absolutely. So that's a part of this the system that gets overlooked a lot. You can do like different types of actions, and they have wildly different effects. I would like to let me look at them better for you, though.
Thank you. Yeah. It's been a while since I've actually looked at that action list.
Yeah, so there are major actions and minor actions and free actions, obviously. So, defend. You concentrate on defending yourself this round. Until the beginning of your next turn, you get +2 to your defenses.
Okay.
And then guard up, you balance action and defense. You get +1 or +2, your choice to defense until the end of this round. However, you suffer the amount you choose as a penalty to all your tests. Make even opposed tests. So essentially, defend is for if you're using your entire action and you're not getting a penalty. But guard up, you do it quickly, but you can still take an action.
I want to do both, and I don't think I'm going to have to. The reason was I don't think I'll have to make any opposed tests this turn. I think they're just going to shoot at me.
Yeah.
And it seems like if I thought I was going to get grappled or if I thought I was going to have to dodge, then maybe I wouldn't make that decision.
So you got your defense, you got your guard up. You're walking towards them. They are going to shoot. What's your defense with a +4?
Ballistic defense +4 is an 11. I'm sorry, my armor is always that's an 11. The toughness is a 1. Defense is an 11.
Yeah, that's what I want.
There you go.
With the +4, it's 11.
So that would make it a 15.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So there's 3 of them firing at you. You get hammered. You're in defense position, but they open up on you with assault rifles and shotguns and the like. And you do okay at first. You get knocked back a little bit, but you continue on. But then some of them, some of the glancing gets you. You get hit by some shoddy shrapnel for 8.
7 ballistic defense.
So 1.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
So you feel it hit your impact your armor. You feel it hit your ballistic vest. You're like, oh man, if I wasn't wearing this, I'd be fucked. But so you do get up pretty close to them, but that's your whole turn. Robert.
Yes, I want to figure out exactly how many of them are there. Because the first thing that Virgil's thinking is like, what the hell's going on? And hopefully there's not some that we don't see yet. So I want to take a looky look.
I have been booned. Complications arise.
No. Wait until afterward getting shot. Alright, I'm gonna do some perception. Uh-oh. I'm really good at looking.
So you're looking out. You only see 2 guys. There are 3, but you only see 2.
Really? Great.
3 guys are shooting. So 2 of them are like on the same side of the cars as Gary. One of them's hiding behind the cars with his shotgun like up on the thing. He's just
gotcha. Okay.
But yeah.
I'm going to. With that, I'm going to kind of look at Max and say, I don't think you could maybe help him in the situation. Do you have a shield or something?
Max is kind of looking at his car, goes, maybe.
Yeah, maybe you could like walk the car up or something. That might help.
Can I do it now, or do I have to wait for my turn?
You can do it now, yes.
Okay. Can I have Max yes, he's breaking cover now and just driving and just kind of does that kind of a drift and kind of just basically makes a wall in front of Gary with the car.
Yeah.
Well, actually, wait. Would this be possible? If there's another car in front of Gary, Max is going to ram that car from the back and push it in front of Gary like that.
If you ram one of those cars, you will catch one of them in between cars.
Oh, okay.
And it would be bad for them.
Okay.
And it could also help Gary. It definitely will help Gary, but yeah. So you actually have an opportunity to use your car as a weapon here if you would like to.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we're fast and furiousing it.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a drive check to ram this car. And this will be anti-vehicle stunts. If you do get stunt points. You do not. But 19, though, is... Yeah, you crash into... So, essentially, I feel like it's kind of silly to make rolls beyond this happen for this guy. He's going to try and get out of the way. If he doesn't... I rolled really bad. So this guy's like, ah! And he tries to dive out of the way, and you see just... Like, his legs get tube of toothpaste. And blood just rockets out of his mouth as he lays on the ground, smushed between 2 cars.
Nice.
And like, his 2 buddies are like, oh, shit! And, like, they look at that, and then they look at Gary. And the car kind of is giving Gary partial cover now.
Max is going to just kind of quickly pokes his head out and goes, sorry!
Max killed a guy. All right, Gary. Go ahead.
He's just asleep.
So I want to see how strong my bionic arm is. I'm curious. Can I pick up and just like shove an SUV out the way? I don't know if I can pick it up over my head like a He-Man yet, but can I shove an SUV? Am I strong enough?
What's your strength?
It is, my strength is a 3, but
I get plus 3 for a bionic arm.
I get plus 2 for the bionic arm.
Plus 2 for the bionic. So you could like rip the car door off. That'd be cool.
Oh, that could be cool. Yeah, I want to rip the door off of their SUV and throw it at somebody.
Honestly, I don't know which one's harder: ripping steel fucking joints or flipping a car. I don't
Honestly, yeah,
I mean,
that's a good point.
I could flip. I wouldn't mind flipping this.
I'll say
Suburban
you can
bike.
try to rip the door off.
Okay. I will. I'll give it a shot. And actually, because of this, there's an interesting question I have for you. I'm trained in brake now. It was a new skill I picked up. So would I also add the +2 to the brake using that arm?
Spare ribs. What?
I picked up a new skill focus that's brake.
Yeah, you can use that.
So, but would it also add the +2 for the arm using that arm on the brake skill?
Yes.
Yeah.
It all meshes. Oh my god.
So it would be a 20 with 6 stunt points.
Oh shit!
Can I flip
Isn't
the
the
car
6
instead of-
complications though?
No, it's one complication.
Just out of sheer curiosity, can I spend all those stunt points to flip the car on him instead?
Sure.
Thank you.
You can do that.
I walk up and I grab the door of the car and I try to pull it off. And I use both hands and I try to pull it off. And I'm like, damn, I thought it would be easier to rip these steel joints than to flip the fucking car. And I just bend down and grab it and flip the car over on the guy.
Yeah. So the guy's like, Greg! And like he's looking at his friend that is just dead on the ground. And then he's like, ah! So go ahead. I'm gonna try and get out of the way. I rolled exactly the same thing I did last time to try and get out of the way.
Once again, Max
Nice.
he's just asleep. Sleeping.
It's okay. After what's about to happen, you won't know if you killed him or if it was Gary. You'll have no idea.
Right.
Your conscience can be clean. But yeah, so this car just it smashes this guy.
I'll turn and look at the guy who's closest to me and smile and say, smashing.
Give me a roll of 5d6.
Gladly. 19.
I feel like
Holy!
almost double an assault rifle is fair for a car landing on you. 19, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yikes!
So that guy, he gets smashed. He's like, he's not dead, but he is very, very hurt. And then this other guy looks at you and levels a shotgun at you.
Before you fire that gun, it's not too late to talk.
I'd listen. I say from the vehicle.
I have to decide if this guy would talk to you. Yeah, he's a person. Yeah, give me a. I'll let you roll.
Okay.
Communication. I feel like that's fair.
I don't think you're going to allow it. May I add leadership to this?
Yes. I feel like that's kind of an authoritative thing.
So I only rolled an 8. I did not add the leadership, by the way.
So
I don't think it.
No, it doesn't matter. So you're like, hey, we could talk. He just, shellac. What's your defense?
My defense is an 11.
Okay. So you get shot by a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
What's your ballistic defense? 7, right?
7, that's correct.
You get hit for 5.
Oh, shit.
This guy shot a shotgun from man to man, and you're like, oh, pff, like you feel it go in. You know something got under your skin there. Damn it, Jenny. All right, I'll note it. Tyler Fett Jr. We have a new NPC coming up. Spare ribs, alternate universe where their guns shoot barbecue sauce. Yes, that is possible. Yeah, there's a lot going on in the chat. People want barbecue sauce guns. I'll have to consider it. So, this guy shoots you in the chest. Robert and Mr. Kapow, your car, the airbags went off. You guys are like, oh, shit. Like,
meanwhile, I'm standing there covered in barbecue sauce from head to toe.
Head to toe barbecue sauce.
From
the barbecue sauce direction. But yeah, it is Robert's turn, and then Mr. Kapow will go.
Did you say, is it over, Kapow?
Yeah.
So I'm on the ground with like smoking shotgun pellets steaming out of my chest, and I turn my head towards the car and just go, no. No.
Seeing that, Virgil will, obviously like airbag out of the way, try to get out of the vehicle and grab one of the rifles that these guys were using and try to return fire on the guy with the shotgun.
Okay.
That would be my plan.
Yeah, go ahead and give me that accuracy check here, buddy.
Sweet. What kind of rifle we got here? Is this like a, is it cool? Is it something I should hold on to, or is it kind of like one of those action movies where you shoot it and you drop it like that was fun?
It's like a shotgun.
Okay.
It's like a standard police issue shotgun.
Take the shot.
You take the shot. Let me see if that's a hit.
Did you just say police issued? Are these cops that we're fighting?
No, he picked up, well, who knows? If they are, they're not wearing police uniforms.
Who knows?
Possible deniability then. Yeah.
Who knows?
Correct. He's sleeping.
Yes,
He's all tucked in under the Tahoe.
Tuckered out.
So you shoot across these things. The kick is a lot more than you're expecting. And it just kind of goes past this guy, and the guy looks at you like, "Oh shit, he wasn't expecting you to be there."
And I will duck my happy ass right back behind the vehicle.
Woohoo! Yeah.
To avoid
Mr. Kapow, your compatriots are engaged in a firefight. One guy is like inside an upside down car now because he got shoved through the roof. By force, and then the other guy is standing kind of in the middle of just the parking garage, shooting Gary with a shotgun. Too much kick because it was barbecue sauce.
I'm gonna specify this. Like, Max is not out to kill anyone. Okay.
Okay.
He's gonna try to make this as non-lethal as possible. Right, but he's gonna try to reverse, then try to angle it. I'm just gonna make this up because he has pretty high perception. All right.
Okay.
Try to knock that car, not into the other person, but not hard enough to kill him. I don't know how best to describe.
You want to hit a guy with a car gently. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's possible. Go ahead, give me that drive chest. The way I'm gonna do this is like I'm gonna expect some levels of success above what it takes to hit the guy in order to not like do full murder damage. Go ahead. And that is a level of success above. So, you guys hear the reversing. Robert, the car that you're near just gets bumped. You're like, oh shit! Like it almost catches your hand in it, but it then jumps out, and the guy that's in the middle, he's like and he gets like swinging battering ram style. Like he just gets knocked off his feet. He goes flying, and like hits a concrete pillar. Do 2d6 of damage here.
It's slash roll or roll slash.
Slash roll. Space 2d6.
And he now has a concussion.
We have a Norman who's basically
Whoa! Shit! You killed him!
He went to bed. He took a nap. He's tuckered out.
He goes through the pillar, falls 5 stories, even though you're on the 2nd floor.
Falls 5 stories and lands in a mattress truck.
Norman, he's Captain America with his shield, but Max is Captain America with large moving cars.
So this guy, this is the first damage on this guy. And so he is okay. He's not okay. It hurt. He didn't like it. It wasn't good. But yeah. So you do significant damage to him. He crashes into the pillar. Normanson. You see this guy up front just get creamed into the pillar. And then you see like this guy that was in the truck that just got hit, like kind of like bloody hanging out of the thing, but he's starting to pull out a gun towards you.
Can you do like a plus to hit in this game as an action? Like if you take your time, can you add like a +2 or something? Is that a thing?
Yes. That is aim. You take the measure of your opponent and plan your next strike. If your next action is a melee attack or range attack, you get a +1 bonus on your roll. That's a minor action.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to walk over to this guy and aim right for his neck and just bring my shield down and cut his head off before he has a chance to pull the trigger.
Let's see how this goes.
Fighting?
One guy doesn't want to kill, the other guy's a savage.
I've rolled a 15 for fighting.
With the +1, it does hit.
All right.
Without it, you did not. So,
Thank you for the +1.
So you take your time, you aim, you're like, I got this, and you hit him right in the throat.
Ooh.
For some pretty decent damage here.
7 damage.
What the hell?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So yeah, you hit him in the throat, and you go, and he grabs it, and blood shoots out. But he's he's doing this like no more, like.
I'll pat him on the shoulder and be like, "Okay, that does seem like enough," and then I'll get up and look back at the other guy.
As you reach down to pat him, you see, so these guys go right after you. So this guy, as you're like looking down, be like, "Okay, that's enough." You see him reach for his bandolier. And just pull the pins out of grenades.
Yes.
Oh. Whoa. Okay.
Pink, pink. They all fly open.
How long do we have? Do we have like a round or two before these go off?
You have a round.
Okay. Can I, since he's here, can I keep them from flying off different directions?
They don't go anywhere. They stay on his
Okay.
chest. The pins are because when you pull the pin, the like hammer flies off.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
Spring loaded.
cool. I just wanted to make sure that the grenades didn't like launch across the room.
But so Robert is touching the car, and Mr. Kapow's. Everyone's pretty close to this thing. No one sees this happen except you. Robert, it's your turn.
So this guy is the one on the ground that pulled the pins?
He's inside the car that's upside down that Mr. Kapow had just hit.
Oh, so he was the first guy that Mr. Kapow hit.
Yeah.
And then he... Oof.
No,
and I see this.
He was the guy that Gary threw the car on top of.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay.
So
And I see this.
moist. Let's get out of here. It's getting moist in the chat, guys. Like good barbecue.
Oh.
But yeah,
Ooh.
Moist like a good brisket.
a good, moist, juicy brisket.
I'm hungry. I haven't had dinner yet, dude.
I am getting really hungry too, actually. So yeah.
I am going to... Pins are gone. The only choice I have is to get the fuck out. So, if I can... Max, is this car still on? Or are we immobile here? Can we reverse, Max? What's going on here?
It just looks over at Virgil. I have an idea, but might not like
Grenade!
it.
Now!
You guys hear Norman yell grenade.
Alright. Can Max... Say we're on the second floor, right?
Yeah.
Because the guy is gonna die anyway, so this is how Max is logically going. He's gonna try to knock the guy with all the grenades off the second floor.
So the issue with that is that he is inside the upside down car that Gary put on top of him.
Max, like, I think I've seen this movie where, like, hits from that car, just basically pushes it off the second floor.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Oh, shit.
Alright, I'm gonna roll drive, right?
Yeah, it's a drive. I can't argue with a 22.
Nice.
So what happens is you're like,
Wow.
oh shit, grenade, and this car goes, and it falls off the side. And then
We get him.
God damn, Max.
Just
Nice
looking
thinking.
off the side.
It's okay,
Yeah.
right? Like he's just asleep, right?
He landed on his feet.
yeah, you see his feet down there.
Just
But-
like,
But the rest of him's tangled up in a power line, not that far away. Like, just the upper
Ooh.
torso. But
He's
yeah,
all right.
and that's when you realize they're not people at all. They're robots. No, I'm just kidding. The other guy jumps over the side of the down to the first floor. Like, he just, like, while you guys are, like, dealing with the explosion and all that, he disappears. And, like, runs. So you guys are now on the second floor. There's just this crater of activity. A lot of stuff happened very quickly here.
Matt's gonna look over. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, no, you got it. Go ahead.
Matt's gonna look over at Norman and Virgil and go, dudes, I think we should probably get out of here.
Norman will walk back to the car, and I'm gonna push like a thing on my shield, and it retracts back into just kind of fit my arm in a holster. The whole thing just sort of folds back in, and I sit back down in the car and close the door and take my helmet off. And oh man, well, that was a quick workout, wasn't it? Did you kill that guy with a car? That was awesome. Great work.
He went to sleep. Yeah.
First, I thought I was gonna crush him, and then you smashed him with a car. He didn't stand a chance. Virgil, how many did you kill?
I missed a shot at one. He
Great.
got away, so
Great, let's
maybe
put a
that
notch.
counts.
We'll add a notch to your gun. Taking shots is that's the first step in the right direction.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so
those guns kick a lot more than you'd think.
the place that they were guarding, they had their cars, like, echeloned in front of the entrance to the museum on the second floor. You can actually enter from the second floor.
Here, pull up, park right there in the handicap parking. I don't think they'll mind.
Matt's is gonna. Sorry.
Are any of their vehicles still there? I know we kicked
Yeah, one of them's
off.
fine. Well, one
Yeah,
of them's
so I wanna
dented, but
actually-
yes, it's still there.
I want to do some investigation or some on this car. I want to figure out if there's something inside.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a very Virgil thing to do. And with that, I will do. What is this? Should I do a perception roll or a intelligence roll?
In perception.
Perception.
If you're looking for stuff.
Yeah, just trying to see what I can find.
The car is pretty
Anything,
clean.
I guess.
When you open it, it seems like a rental almost. Like, I'm not saying it's a rental, but like it's just perfectly clean. Like no one's ever
Gotcha.
driven it.
Okay. Cool.
8's not great. It's not great.
That works.
But yeah. What are you guys doing?
Now that we're illegally parked and handicapped, I guess we'll go inside.
I'm thinking the same thing. It's time to go through these. I'm guessing the opening double doors, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing in my head. Yeah.
Yeah, so you go into the second floor entrance. This museum has another main entrance, but this is like where you enter from the parking garage. So you open the first set of doors, and you're in like the glass tunnel that leads across. And then you see two more sets of double doors. And it's the Santa Monica Museum of Anthropology. I don't know if that's a real thing, but I'm making it up.
Ever since I was a kid, the museum we used to go to had a McDonald's inside. So something about that smell of that wide open museum. Oh, it always makes me want some McNuggets. A 10-pack of McNuggets and a Coke.
I actually get that too, yeah.
You guys think whenever
It's kind
we're
of hard
done
to
here, we
imagine
can-
you.
You think whenever we're done, we could go through the Golden Arches?
You know, honestly, Norman, it's really hard to imagine you as a child. It's the first
Thank
I've
you.
done it since I've known you.
That means a lot to me, Virgil. Thank you.
But yeah, so you guys get to the doors, and you go through them, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah, so you guys go in.
Yeah.
It opens up pretty big. Like, the ceiling's very high. You can tell you're kind of on a balcony. And there's no, like, barrier to bar you from entering, but there is, like, hey, buy your tickets here. Like a booth area. And then there's, like, some chairs, kind of like a waiting area. And then the balcony goes off either way to exhibits.
And can I say while Virgil and Norman, they're having that little back and forth exchange, Max is just gonna look, it's like constantly like looking around, like keeping an eye out for anything that's like weird. Like he's Spidey senses up.
You do this to activate your spidey senses, and you notice your hand is glowing a little bit,
Uh-oh.
which is historically not a great sign.
It's happening again. Which hand?
It's your right hand.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But
Shit.
yeah, so you guys are now. So the museum's pretty nice. It's all very clean. It's closed down for the night. There are some exhibits on the top floor, just immediately there for you to see as soon as you walk in. Like a couple cases with like some ancient weapons and stone tools and that kind of thing. And you see to the right, it says like this way to the prehistoric exhibit, this way to Egypt. And then the other way is Native American and Asian cultures. You don't really know. You don't know where this disturbance is coming from necessarily. You just had a report that there was energy here.
Could Max kind of do the hot, cold thing with his hand, like in each of the directions?
It's very faint, so you have to walk a little bit towards each way.
Yeah.
But it's definitely towards the Egyptian and prehistoric civilizations exhibit.
Guys, I think it's like this way. The arm knows.
I'm gonna walk over to one of the cashier checkout computers and print us out 3 tickets and keep them. They're all access for all 3 exhibits, and I'll give one to Mr. Kapow, I'll give one to Robert, and I'll keep one for myself.
Instead of making that an incredibly tedious hacking check and blah blah blah, I'm going to say you push a button and get 3 tickets.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing while Mr. Kapow is checking his arm and getting a lay of the land. In the background, you see me walk over to a terminal and print out tickets.
So when you're back there, there are some cameras back there, and you do see some more of these armed men somewhere below on the first floor.
Hey, Virgil,
Yeah.
what do you make of this?
It is
Well,
not in the
see-
same direction that Max is telling you to go. It is in a different direction.
Well, it's obvious there's someone else here looking for something, I would think. These aren't your guys. They're kitted up. Do you know anything about who they're with, or?
They look like more of those goons from outside.
They do.
Right. You guys don't have like a rival, I don't know, gang organization that also shoots people in portals, do you?
Of course we do.
Oh.
What kind of question is that? Of course we do.
You do. So these guys, it's hard to tell affiliation because they are wearing plain black, but you have recently dealt with people like this. They were the same people that were hunting Max previously.
Got
But
it. Okay.
that is a good point to call my squad, the 3rd Legion.
Is that what you're calling them?
Yep, and I actually have names for all of them too.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Their names are Achilles, Ares, Erebus, Pallas, and Diomedes. And
Nice.
Yes. They're my 5 squatties, and so yeah, I'll call them here too because this seems like it could be trouble.
It is trouble, yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, you are doing that, Max. As you are playing hot cold, and they are doing what they're doing, you see something. It's like steam floating past you. Like it's like a weird little cloud of steam.
Max is gonna kind of just his eyes just kind of follow where that steam trail is leading, and also where it's originating from. And can I also say this? In the same time, would it be possible for Max to he's just glancing at some of the exhibits and stuff, trying to just in case if something like not related to his Earth happened in this world. Just so he knows whether they're in an alternate dimension or not. Like,
Oh, you're gonna be like looking at the history, be like, I don't remember anyone named Craig Crowley founding America. Yeah, I gotcha.
He's looking for an Easter egg in the history.
Yeah, you're looking around.
Nice.
It all seems to add up.
In
But
1492, the Americas were discovered by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
yeah, give me an intelligence check. No, that's really good. I like that. Give me an int check.
all right, let's see. Here it is. It's
Wow.
I got four stun points.
So that 8 is not very good.
Oh, okay.
So you're looking, and you're like, I don't know. I don't remember anything called the Bronze Age. You're like, you're like, I don't know.
No.
But you do get a point of conviction, and this point will allow you to go above your max if you already have 3. But I'm going to give you a point of conviction for roleplay, so I like it.
Sitting there staring at it like, that's not right. Didn't the other guy win the presidency?
But yeah, so this steam cloud.
No.
As you're playing hot cold, you're looking at the exhibits. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I saved this really quick. Max is gonna be like, Bronze Age? Huh. Always thought that was the LeBron Age.
Thought it was the LeBron's age.
I thought it was LeBron's age. That's good.
You killed Robert.
Dead.
Robert died.
I'm fucking dead.
As you're thinking this, the steam cloud floats by, and you realize it doesn't really look like steam. It looks like dust floating there, and it's pretty big. It's a pretty big, it's like as big as you, and it's floating past. It's coming from the way you're going, and as you look at it, it stops, and like all the dust is just suspended in the air, motionless. And then you see a face form in it. And then it does the thing like in The Mummy where it drops and like it goes and then you see the dust fly all over the place. It gets on you, it gets all over.
Max is gonna turn to Virgil and Norman I'm imagining explodes as soon as Max turns to Norman, and Virgil goes, "Ice."
You guys see obscured air. It's like a dust cloud just got everywhere, but it settles pretty quickly, and then it kind of disappears, which is weird. Like it doesn't leave much.
There was a face there, guys. I don't think that's normal.
Mac, stop playing around and don't make a mess. Let's get a move on.
Max covered in like dust.
You're like patting yourself down, and some comes off, but not nearly as much as you would expect.
Uh-oh.
Max is gonna go as he's doing that, like, I have a bad feeling about this, guys.
You have a very powerful sense of dread, like fear. But yeah, so which way do you guys continue?
It's I, Gary, would love to go fight some dinosaur bones.
Dinosaur bones.
That's my out of character vote. In character, I have no preference. Out of character, I want to go. I want to go fight some dinosaurs.
Oh, so yeah, your options right now. Downstairs is where these strange soldiers of unknown origin are operating, and then the Egyptian area is where Mr. Kapow's senses are pulling him. The prehistoric and Egyptian area.
I think Virgil's probably gonna motion to Max and point towards where he says the face came from and towards where the green light was shining.
Virgil does seem like he
quiet.
would want to go there, yeah.
For sure.
So you guys head along the second floor towards, it's this big old entryway, and they have put something on the front of it that makes it look like you're entering into like a pyramid. It's pretty cool. And you guys see like some wax figures of pharaohs standing in a case. And you see a glass like container with the remains of like old remains. Like one of those dried up husk bodies that's not, I mean, it's mummified, but it's not like a sarcophagus mummy kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that case is covered in dust. Like it hasn't been dusted in a long time. And that's before you go through the doors. That's like on the entryway. And there's no door, it's just a doorway, sorry.
Hey Max, or Norman, how long has this museum been open?
A long time. It's a very popular museum.
Long time,
huh?
It's a very popular museum.
Yeah.
Was it open earlier?
It was open today. It smells like people in here. It smells like you can actually smell the downstairs McDonald's still. Like,
Virgil will eye the dust on that like case and look at Max.
you see it's falling through a seam like an hourglass
into the case.
Yeah, you can see it now that you're looking at it,
and
and you see it's landing on this thing's face.
I've got
be
I
good.
mean, I hate to quote Max, but I've got a real bad feeling about this, guy.
The thing in the case starts to go and starts shaking, and then like starts like screaming like but not like a human scream. It sounds like a horse like just like kind of like that. I don't want to do it because it sounds horrible, but and then it breaks the glass and stands up, and it's a lot faster than you would expect it to be.
Told you guys, nothing good ever comes from a museum.
What?
I remember him saying that.
That's a great take.
Virgil looks more surprised at Max's statement.
You
than
look
he
at
does
him
the
horrified.
fucking movie.
But then,
Both of us.
but then there's this
What?
thing. It's gonna go right for you, Virgil.
Fuck. That sucks. Don't touch me.
What's your defense?
It's real good. I'm a big, strong guy. It's a 12.
Okay. So, this thing, like, punches you in the face, like, and you can feel the way it hit you, it's trying to just take your head off. It's a savage blow. Like, it is pretty good. But luckily, you kind of pull back a little bit, and it glances you. What's your defense?
Okay.
Not your defense, your, armor toughness.
What are those?
Oh, okay.
I say it to say they're all zeros.
Okay.
Not like, what are they? They're all zeros.
They are all zero. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So you
I'm
take
wearing a
more
suit.
damage from this than Gary takes from shotguns. Take 5.
Yay.
So this thing clocks you pretty good, and you fall backwards. And as it hits you, like some of its skin like sticks to your face, and like when you pull away, it stays there. It's a nice sticky corpse. But so that was its surprise round. You guys can all roll an initiative to see how fast you guys are.
And
What is
initiative
that?
in this game is just plain old dex, right?
I think so, yeah.
unless you have
That's
initiative training. I've rolled a 15.
Hey, you
19.
rolled pretty fucking well.
All of us rolled
and
stunt
16.
points on initiative. That's funny.
It is funny because that's like the one time you don't get them.
That's correct.
So it will be. Oh, Max, this happens, and you are ready to go. It's just this one thing here. You don't see any other movement, nothing like that.
I get. Was it a free action or something? Or
Oh, you get a turn. You get a whole turn.
oh, my turn. Okay. Max is going to, as soon as this happens, he's gonna just dive into like behind a bench or basically find cover and behind something solid, even if it's Norman.
Yeah, you hide behind a bench that's right there. Like, you're like behind one of the comfy chairs. Do you do anything other than that?
You know what? Can I roll a? Because I have an ability called improvisation, and can Max use a person's perception ability to just look around to see if kind of Ginsburg. I think it's called the things where he knocks one
Yeah,
thing
I
down.
know. Ruth
Yeah.
Goldberg device or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to
on
Mr.
top of
Bean
the
him
thing.
to death. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, give me a. I know what you're trying to do. Give me a perception check here.
All right. By the way, last minute, I had my perception when we leveled up to 5, but I took that point away and put it in willpower, just to let you know.
Okay. Nice. So yeah, you're looking around, and you see. So in this particular area, you're looking around. And you're like, man, I wish he was further to the center because there's like stuff hanging from the ceiling, like birds that are like taxidermied and like wax and stuff. There's a lot of that going on towards the center. Here, you don't see anything necessarily that's like, haha, but you could. There is a trash can near him that you could, like, kick down behind him. And that could lead to him being impaled by a kind of a sharp, fake spear that's being held by one of the exhibits. That's the best you can see.
Let's do that, then.
You can see, like, a two-parter here. But yeah, so you kick over a trash can. And it's like you're now set up for this thing that can happen. Anyone can trigger it. But essentially, you're tabletopping him into a spear.
Nice.
As Max is doing that, he's also going to yell out to Norman and Virgil, "Get him into the center of the room, dudes!"
Oh, you want to try and get it over there?
It's one or the other, then.
Yeah, it's one or the other, mostly.
Oh, okay. Then he's just doing the trash can thing, then, because...
Yeah, the trash can thing's like over here, and the center's like over there. And you'd have to go like downstairs. It's the whole thing. But yeah, so you do that. Robert hasn't gone yet.
Have not. So there's trash cans behind him, and I can see what's going on.
Shove him, and he will fly backwards in theory, and be stabbed by a spear.
In theory.
In theory.
And this guy punched me pretty good.
Yeah, it
Just
hurt
woke
a
up,
lot.
Getting bones.
And you feel
Okay.
like you didn't feel the full force of it. You feel like you got lucky.
Okay. I am going to take a few steps backwards and do my best to do a little bit of just area control. And I'm going to take I think I still have that thing on me, the gun from earlier. I don't know why I would have put it down.
You want to try and
I'd like to
shotgun
take a shot
blast
at him.
them? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
will do that.
You can use a minor action to aim if you would like.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
What does that do?
You take aim, you get +1. So go ahead and roll
Nice.
your perception. No, accuracy. Sorry.
Accuracy?
Yeah.
Ooh. Jeez. I am not good with guns.
You almost drop it. You're like, ah! I mean, to be fair, you are pretty scared.
Yeah.
So you have a 10. You'd have to spend a lot of conviction. I don't think you want to do that.
Nah, it's okay. I don't
All
think
right.
it's worth it.
So you see Virgil trying his best to help, but he is not a fighter. It is now Normanson's turn.
So, should I shove this guy into the statue thing, or should I break the statue thing to fall onto this guy?
The statue is, like, not huge.
Right.
It's just holding a spear.
I'm just wondering if I have a better chance shoving him or breaking the thing.
You have a
I'm
much
pretty
better
good-
chance of shoving him.
I'm pretty good at breaking. Alright. I will roll a fighting check to shove the man, and I've rolled a 16
It'll be contested.
to shove the undead person.
So go ahead. So what this is going to be like a normal melee attack, but an extra d6 because of the setup and the falling. So go ahead and roll 3d6 attack here.
3d6
Nice.
attack.
It's not great.
And if I'm not mistaken,
Wow.
I add an extra d3 because of my strong hand.
Yes. Yeah, because of your cybernetic hand, it does add to it. Yeah.
So an extra
Wow.
3 damage. So
It's
9 altogether.
not terrible. So yeah, this thing gets impaled on the spear, and it's kind of flailing around and trying to free itself now. But yeah, because of the extra steps you guys took, I'm gonna let it be pinned for a second here, because of Mr. Kapow's Ruth Goldberg device thing. So yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna drop it back over to Max.
All right. So it's impaled, right?
Yeah, it's impaled and kind of stuck, and it looks pretty damaged at this point.
Okay. Max is going to. Are they near any stairs?
You're near a balcony.
Okay. Max kind of, try to. This is how I'm envisioning. He's going to stabilize himself on the floor or against like a pillar or wall, and try to use his feet to basically push that thing off balcony.
Gotcha. So you're gonna try. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be strength.
All right. Something I suck at, but what? I'll gotta do something.
You have a bit of advantage here because of how you're leveraging yourself, but yes, 16. With you using the wall, you do push this statue over that this thing's impaled on. So now it's stuck, and the statue falls on it. So go ahead. I'll roll it. It's quite a bit of damage. It was like a 3-part combo attack, so I'm pretty happy with it.
We get it.
Yeah.
So that thing goes, ah, and this statue just, you see its like skin just kind of spread out. It doesn't look that gross because of how old the body is, but it's like weird. It was like bones wrapped in leather almost.
Max is going to yell out, "Y'all think it's Old Man McGinty from the amusement park?"
You guys see dust leave from the body and go towards the Egyptian section.
I was actually gonna say, definitely would have had some vials on me. I would have loved to grab some of that dust, that sweet, sweet dust right before it left.
So you can grab like residue if you want to. Like
I'll
it's not
take it.
it's not 100%. Like it will leave some behind.
Yeah, I'll take a little bit of it.
You gather up some of this dust.
That'll be good for my lab bench later.
It's now that you realize it's black. It is like black sand. But yeah, as you guys move, now that you're this close, you realize your hand's glowing brighter, Max. It's not searing yet, but it is glowing pretty brightly.
Guys, I think a portal might be nearby.
Hmm. I mean, every time something weird comes out to kill us, that's usually what that means, right, Norm?
That's right, keep your heads on a swivel. The closer we get, the more dangerous things are. Things coming from portals have a way to crack our reality.
Also, unfortunately, I wasted a bullet, so the guys we saw on that screen might know we're here.
Hopefully they come across that creature before we do.
Agreed.
I'm gonna look around for a janitor's closet.
You'll see one.
I'm gonna break into it and take the shop vac.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna bring it to Max.
Wait. Are you about to...
Next time we fight this damn thing, why don't you suck it up so it can't get away?
You will need to plug it in when that happens, but yes. You can try it. You can see what happens.
Wait. Let me get this straight. Did you just give this man a poltergeist? The Luigi vacuum? Is that it?
I look at you and I'm like, do you have a better idea for catching this thing?
Virgil will actually like half smiling, stop smiling, and realize that he actually doesn't, and that's probably the best idea that is available. And Virgil will get a little bit salty and just kind of shut up for a second.
Max is gonna kind of just hold the other end of that plug and just go, well, hope when we find that thing again, there's an outlet nearby.
Yeah, I love this now. I love that it's a magic item that can capture a bad guy but needs to be plugged in. I'm in.
I'm in too. No, it's funny. It's a funny caveat. But so you guys continue.
Action movie to Scooby-Doo, and like nothing in between.
It's Scooby-Doo, but with real horror. So it's like Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island.
Yeah.
Very underrated movie.
Damn it. That movie is underrated. Scrappy-Doo is the man.
Scrappy-Doo.
But yeah, so you guys enter through the archways of this like fake pyramid. And you guys are greeted with like noises, like some like Egyptian style music plays, a couple of like artifact whatever was found, in this section of Egypt at this time by this person. A lot of that stuff's going on. As you walk by exhibits, they'll light up. And as you're walking down, so it's kind of like a little corridor with exhibits on either side behind glass. And a lot of them are like clothes, pottery, that kind of stuff. Some of them are like wax figures. And then you come across like a bunch of glass on the floor.
Guys, I know I said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. I got a bad feeling about this.
I'm gonna look at the little placard and see what was supposed to be in that case.
As you walk by it, it activates the noise, the narration. This saber-toothed tiger specimen was uncovered in Siberia in 1960 by explorer Vladimir Koshkov.
Son of a bitch.
There is no skeleton in there. There's no skeleton in the case, and the glass is clearly broken from the inside.
Saber-toothed skeleton. That's a new one for me. My shield will back out of my forearm, and I'll start walking down the hallway a little bit quicker.
You start walking down, you turn towards the main area, the main exhibit kind of thing.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
You can see some broken stuff, some broken cases, that kind of thing. These look smashed in.
Who wants chicken? Who wants liver? Meow mix, meow mix, we deliver.
You'll hear from somewhere. You'll hear a tiger's growl.
At this point, you see Norman's face go from fun and games to oh shit, what direction was that?
So the
I
things to note.
start looking around trying to figure out where that came from.
So things to note: tigers in general have the loudest roars out of anything, and they are potentially like they can hurt you. They can be so loud. This is a giant tiger that's like extinct. It's very intimidating when you hear this noise. Hey, kitty.
Aren't tigers don't tigers grow up to like 12 feet long, and saber-toothed tigers were larger than tigers?
Yes.
This is like a whole thing.
Yep.
This is
Bro,
not.
it's like
It's a big boy.
it's a big boy.
Mm.
It's like
Love
bigger
it.
than
It's like
bigger than He-Man's battle tiger. Yeah.
It's like an elephant with fucking claws.
The roar shakes your bones.
It does. It shakes your heart. Like you can feel it in your chest. All of you hear it. And it's somewhere nearby. So let me describe the area. So you guys turn off of like the main tunnel that leads to the other side of the balcony. They have exhibits going up both sides, and then they converge here. This is like kind of like a bigger room. It's not the main exhibit of the Egyptian area. It's just you're still in like the prehistoric kind of stuff. You guys see like cavemen standing up, wax figures with holding like stone spears, that kind of stuff. Some of them are like torn apart. Very obviously by an animal, like just ripped, huge gouges. You're looking at how big this thing's claws are, and they're bigger than you. Like, it's like his hands like this big. And in the middle, you guys can see like the mastodon figurines. They're not real. They're like statues or whatever. They're wax statues. In the middle of the room, it's a huge room, high ceiling. They have like the facsimile of stars above you, and it shows like the ancient sky. And it has that like library smell, very clean. And you're looking around. There's some of the exhibits are ruined, some of them are intact. And then you see like off in the corner, you see like a fake mountain of rocks that are made like into a cave with like a fire in front of it.
A fake fire?
It's a fake fire, yeah. I forgot to. Yeah, it's fake. But yeah, so you guys are in this room.
How's Max's arm right now?
Glowing brighter.
Max is going to be holding his arm and going... he's kind of just pointing to his arm now.
Whatever it is that's making your arm do that, you're pretty sure it's... At this point, now that you're here, you're pretty sure it's in the main exhibit, which is the Egyptian exhibit.
I think we found our thingy.
Now I have a question. Theoretical, of course. This is something more up your alley, Virgil. If we close the portal, will it cut off contact with the creature?
You can make... so you don't have to figure that out on
I
your
was
own.
gonna
You
say,
can make
yeah.
a roll.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah, make a roll.
Yeah, I'll take a roll.
Yeah, anything that you think your
I'll do
character
that.
should know that you don't know, you can either ask me or make a roll. Intelligence.
Can I add research to this?
Only if you have something to use as like
I don't know.
Yeah.
A vial of the fucking dust that's black to compare it to the
you
blood that
could,
we had
and
before?
you can
I
check
don't
like
know.
your notes that you might have. I'll let you do it. You're not under
Hell yeah.
stress right now, and you just got research. So
I'm stressed out, but yeah.
You just have the willies.
okay.
Rolls, be better.
So it's not the best, but here's what you do know. Nothing. You feel like it depends on what side of the portal the thing doing this is on. If it's here, then no. If it's there, maybe. It might cut it off.
You got it.
If there is a portal at all.
If it's portal related, Norma, I would have to think that if whatever the thing is doing this is on our side, the portal closing would mean nothing. So, we'd have to get more information to know for sure.
It might be in our best interest to try to get that portal closed while we keep Max alive.
I think that's a good idea.
I second that. I like to stay alive.
You focus on the portal and I'll keep this damn beast back.
As you say that, you hear it roar again. And it's clearly coming from inside that fake cave structure. And then you see it stepping out. And so it is, it's bones. But you can see, like, it's growing meat. Slowly. And you can hear it growing. It's like a... And, like, its bones are secreting muscle and flesh.
Uh-oh.
But, like, it's not living tissue. It's clearly dead skin and dead flesh. But, yeah, it's starting to drag itself out at you. And as it starts to circle a little bit, that's where we're going to take our break. So, thank you so much, everyone, for watching so far. If you want to run your own Modern Age or Threefold game, or both, whatever, check out greenroninstore.com. Use our discount code /discount/fresh out the box. Get 5% off of anything, including print versions, and help us out at the same time.
Yeah, you save money, Green Ronin gets money, and also Jahan and Gary get money, and that's good. We're games, your games. We'll see you in like 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes or so! Oh, that's the wrong button.
Order.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Modern Age Threefold by Green Ronin Publishing. I am the Game Master, John Anun.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. Yeah. I'm Casualty CDG. You can call me Gary. I'm a retired child crimes and human trafficking detective turned tabletop titan and improv comedian. And I'm playing the part of Norman, the maybe a little too violent squad leader type.
And I am Robert, friend of Fresh Out of the Box, and I am playing the part of Virgil, who now, in light of a seemingly somewhat undead saber-toothed tiger, why do I keep putting myself in these situations?
And I am Michael Powell, aka Mr. Kapow, and you can find me all over the internet on my social medias, which is at Mr. Kapow. That's MrKapao, and I play Max, a hapless pizza delivery man who's pretty much a combination of Bill and Ted meets Shaggy from Scooby-Doo at this point.
Which means he's definitely high.
Allegedly.
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 But yeah, so where we last left off, you guys were trying to check out the main Egyptian exhibition to find out why Max's hand is glowing. But you are being stalked by a gigantic, less and less skeletal by the minute, saber-toothed tiger that is being animated by some kind of dust, of which you know nothing. So yes, that is where we pick up. The tiger is getting ready to pounce here. Do you do anything? Do you wait?
No, actually, I'm gonna go meet him and hit him first because it almost looks like he's got a type of a regen factor sort of situation going on. And so the sooner I hit him, the less meat he's got.
Yeah, go ahead.
So as he's regenning his meat and he lets out his roar, I'll buckle my helmet together and start running at him. And I'll let out my own roar. I run in and pull my blade out from over my back and bring that heavy blade crashing down on top of him.
Yeah, go ahead and give me that. Oh, that's a hit.
I rolled, 19, and for the damage, a puny 7.
Good night.
6 and a 1. You forgot to add your D3.
It's actually mixed in already.
Oh, you have it mixed in?
I did.
Oh, I see it. Okay. That's a puny 7, bro.
Yeah, that's a really puny roll. It's a 2, a 4, and a 1.
And so you sink your blade into some dead flesh. You really, it hits the bone. You don't feel like you made much of an impact here.
It's in the bone. Ah, it's in the raccoon wounds. Ah.
Yeah, this thing, it does take damage, but you could tell you did not hurt it very much at all. You're like, fuck. Yeah. So, he goes in, balls out. What do you two do?
I can't leave Norm to fight a saber-toothed tiger on his own, but I'm also just a random guy in a suit who can't hit anything with the gun that I have. So, I am actually going to try to use what I do best and try to figure out a different way to stop this thing. So I'm gonna I guess if we can trace something closer to the source, like towards where his arm is glowing more, I think we might actually be better off doing that than getting eaten alive.
So you want to go investigate the source of this rather than fight what it's causing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You're trying to cure it, not treat it. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're gonna head towards the Egyptian exhibit.
Actually, Norm, are you very hurt? Are you super hurt? Are you hurt? Are you feeling hurt?
When you look at Norm, he's not bleeding, but you remember that he got shot by a shotgun earlier, and there's still some ballistic shrapnel embedded in his armor and maybe in his chest.
Okay. Well, as I'm headed out for the action, I guess for my turn, I would actually like to, in retrospect of remembering him getting shot with the shotgun blast, I want to give him some of my empathetic healing stuff.
All right.
Make sure my boy is ready to go.
So this one does not require a roll, it says. Go ahead and how many points of PP are you spending?
I'm gonna spend 2.
Okay, so roll 2d6.
I'm gonna spend 2.
Okay, so this is all still very new to your character. But you can feel his hurt as you're walking by, and as you're concerned about leaving him, and as you do this, you feel something go between the two of you, some sort of energy, and suddenly, Norman, you feel better. You gain 8 health, and some of your wounds actually physically close, and you're like, "What the you didn't expect that."
No,
Does
I didn't. I'm gonna look at myself and then look at the creature. It's regenning. I regened. What the hell just happened here?
since I was gonna say since it came from me, is there any like words or like my thoughts that go with it or anything like that?
You
Does
can
he feel anything that I'm
flavor
feeling?
it however you want.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I obviously don't have any sort of like communicating through the mind powers, but I would like him to like, at least feel the sentiment that I was giving. The fact that I feel bad leaving, but I want him to be okay.
Yeah, you feel Virgil's worry over you as you heal. Yeah, like you feel it, like it's weird.
Yeah, I'll look at Virgil and then watch some of the shotgun bird shot push out of my subdermal armor, and look at my chest and look at him bewildered.
Yeah, you'll see. Look at Virgil, and you'll see his eyebrows together, and kind of give you like a knowing nod, and I'll take off in the other direction.
You're not the only one who can heal. I say as I stand up to square off against the saber-toothed tiger again.
Maximilian.
All right. Well, Max is he's looking at this, like, watching this action unfold. And then he looks down and goes, "Oh yeah," remembering that he has that dustbuster and plug, and looking back and forth, trying to find an outlet.
You can find out.
Useful.
Yeah. Yeah, you can plug in the vacuum.
Finds the outlet, plugs it in, and let's say for now he's gonna just try to hide himself as best as he can.
You're gonna hide behind a plant with a vacuum, which I appreciate. Very
I
much.
just realized this is a cat, right?
Yeah,
Oh fuck, that's good.
it's a cat.
Can this is gonna be a long shot, but my friends who have pets understand this. But I try to use intimidation or something with the vacuum with the animal.
Come on.
You
These things.
You can try. You can try. I can't tell you whether or not it's even possible for you to succeed, but you can try.
All right. Max's mind that he remembers. You know what? Maybe this is like my Aunt Cecilia's cat. Hates the vacuum. What do I roll?
I don't communicate.
Okay.
Intimidation if you have it.
Yeah, I don't. But I was gonna say, can I use bargaining because out of character, I am bargaining with you on this.
You're bargaining with me, yes, not with the cat though.
Okay.
Okay. You turn on the vacuum, and you start like trying to scare this big cat, and the cat looks at you, and then looks back at the guy whose sword is still like in him, and is going to rear back.
Before you hit me, I'd like to let you know that I did a little research. I used Bing, of course, the worst search engine possible, and I binged, would a tiger be scared of a vacuum? And the response I got, just in a nutshell, says, all cats are mammals and a tiger is a cat, so a tiger is a mammal. Conclusion, Max must be scared of vacuum cleaners. So, there you go. You've got everything you need.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, undead creatures are typically immune to fear.
Right. That's how we're gonna explain things.
So it does appear to be undead in nature. But it does, so it rears up on its hind legs, and it's going to try to claw/grab you. So, what's your defense here?
Me or Norman?
Normie.
My defense is an 11.
Alright, so let me make sure I'm doing this right. Did I generate stunt points? I did not. Okay, cool. So, you're gonna take not a lot. What's your defense against?
My impact defense is a 5.
Okay. What's your slashing?
Yeah, that's impact. Ballistic is the other one. and that
Ballistic.
one's a
It's only
5.
ballistic and impact. Gotcha. So that's a 5. You said.
That's correct.
Cool. You only take 1. This thing
Love it.
pats you. But it doesn't hit you as hard as it wants to. But then you see, it's because that arm didn't have muscles yet, and it starts to grow them. And then, so that's its whole turn. You guys definitely have the action economy on it. Norman.
I want to grab its arm before it gets fully muscled in and try to break the bone so that it can't grow in. Break it while it's weak.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I use strength break, or do you want me to use a traditional attack?
Whichever one you feel like. I'll allow either.
Let's see, I just want to do strength break because I leveled it up and I'm feeling good about it. I rolled a 15 altogether.
Add your D-Thrizzle, right?
Oh, that's right. Thank you. So let's roll 1d3.
D-Thrizzle.
I guess it doesn't really matter. So yeah, you definitely succeed on hitting that. Give me some damage here.
Okay, let's use 2d6 and a d3. Does that sound good to you?
That's about right.
Oh shit!
It's not bad. So you
10 damage altogether.
You palm this thing in the femur, and you see it crack.
Snap.
It doesn't snap off, but you do. What you're gonna do here is you're circumventing its defense. So
I just realized Norm in combat is basically Brock Sampson.
Yeah, pretty much. So you do shatter this thing's leg a bit, and you definitely feel like you did damage that time, which is good. Robert,
Yeah.
you're in the next room. So the next room, it's got those pretty golden walls. It's all fake, obviously, and but you do see several things in this room of interest. You see a sarcophagus. Which is closed. You see several other up against the walls. And you see a story about a pharaoh, his bodyguards, that kind of typical stuff. You see a tablet in hieroglyphic that, not necessarily completely translated. And yeah, that's what's in here.
Do I see any dust flying around?
Give me a perception check to see what you see.
Let's go.
Give me perceptibles here.
Yes.
That's better than
No,
you've done in the
maybe?
past. You've been having
It
trouble
is.
with perception. Go ahead
Yeah, dude.
and you can use those stunt points on investigation.
My dude's got a mean stigmatism. Or what? Yeah.
Yeah, you can do investigation stunts with this.
Where is... That's not it. Let's see. Here we go.
Hank and Dean. Robert and Max are Hank and Dean. Super fucking runaway.
So you're saying
There it is.
that Max and Virgil can combine and become Mecha Shiva, Mecha Shiva, Mecha Shiva, Mecha Shiva.
I missed that
Yeah,
show.
I'm gonna do. I think this is about. You said investigation, right?
Yeah, investigation stunts.
Yeah. This is about as down the rabbit hole as I can get. I want to get a brand new lead on a new subject in this room.
All right, so you're looking around. You're looking for dust, and you do actually see some. And it is so there is the sarcophagus in the middle, right? And you see dust on the ground near it.
Mm.
And with this down the rabbit hole, you actually notice it looks like there's a compartment in the base of the sarcophagus.
Okay.
The sarcophagus is
I'm not
laying
sure.
down, but it's on a stone table.
I'm gonna check out that compartment.
It seems that you find a recess in this stonework that's shaped kind of like a vase of some kind. And you see, like, the dust coming out of that. But whatever was here is missing.
There's a vase that looks like the sand came from. But...
Potentially. Yeah.
Okay.
And there is some carving in this recess.
Okay. And I assume I can't read or understand it.
You could try.
Maybe I'll try.
You are a Smarty McSmarterpants. So go ahead and give me a Smarty roll for how smart you are.
Perfect. 14.
It's not bad.
1 stunt point.
So you're able to pick out a couple of words. You can't read it.
Mm-hmm.
But you see evil, dead. You see forsaken, and you see contained. So you kind of get the gist, but like you don't know anything beyond that.
Okay. And this, just to make sure I'm understanding this, this compartment has like a thing that looks like it once held a thing.
Yes, it looks like it used to hold like an urn or a jar.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And the sand is out. Okay.
And the stone in here is carved out perfectly, so whatever was in here didn't wiggle around.
Okay. And the compartment I'm looking at, does it look like someone broke into it, or is it just removed like naturally? Like how does it look like this thing was removed? Did someone forcibly remove it?
You can't tell.
Off?
It looks like it just kind of popped open for some reason. As you stand up and you're looking across the sarcophagus, you see in the wall, because you're looking at symbols, right? You see in the wall, you see a weird chunk of stone that looks like it's like melted into the wall. And it has those same runes that you guys have been seeing in these portal artifacts.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. And there's no movement, nobody else in this room, no nothing.
It's funny you say that, because all the sarcophaguses start shaking.
That is Virgil's cue to skidoo.
Max, it's your turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop over to Max.
Alright, well, Max is, I guess, there holding the Dustbuster, and his plan on scaring the creature with the Dustbuster not exactly pan out, so he's trying to think, what other things does cats not enjoy?
It's a good question.
I'm guessing does this room have, like, you know, one of those, in case of fire, water comes down?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Max, his next idea went, alright, so that didn't work. What else doesn't cats like? Oh. Right. My aunt's cat didn't like, otter either, so, that'll work, but I don't have a big enough squirt bottle, so looks up, sees the fire.
There is a fire alarm, yes.
Arm thing. Is it a switch, or does it have to be activated with smoke?
Nah, there's a switch on the wall.
Max is gonna pull the switch.
So everyone in the entire place, everyone in the museum, it's not like constant noise. It's mostly just really bright flashes of white light every now and again. But Norman, you're soaking wet, buddy.
I am, but at least the giant monsters don't like being soaking wet.
It doesn't seem to notice. But hey, there's water everywhere. That's exciting.
Water.
So it's now raining in this prehistorical fake night sky, which is pretty exciting. Norman McNormanson.
Yeah.
You're about to get hit by a tiger. Oh yeah,
Well,
Max.
I make a real quick bargain on this. Since it didn't really affect the cat, at the very least makes things slippery.
Things
for
are
the
slippery.
cat.
Yes, things are slippery for everyone. It's all difficult terrain now, buddy. You're not wrong. No, definitely, you changed the battlefield in a lot of ways. Some I will not mention immediately. But yeah, Norm, you're about to get murdered.
I love it.
You said your defense is 11?
Yeah, that's correct.
It's not terrible.
I don't like the way you said that.
It's not good
slippery
enough,
now, though.
but it's not terrible.
Cat.
Ooh, I did get stunt points.
Come on.
Oh no. You got a stunty tiger? That's not good.
Yes. So, with the stunt points, since it grabs you with its paws, and then it gets to use the lightning attack for 1 stunt point to bite you. So I'm making another attack. That one also hits, so you get hit with both of these.
Ouch.
Good thing I didn't roll great, so that's a plus. So first you're gonna get hit. What's your defense?
5.
5. Okay.
Yep.
So first you take 1,
All right.
and then then you take 3.
Okay.
Holy shit, I'd already be dead.
So yeah, this thing barrels into you. You can feel its claws dig into you, but its arm is like weak. It's having trouble holding on with its right. But then it says "fuck it" and it bites you. Right, like its teeth, its saber teeth go into your back a little bit. And they don't
Max
get very far.
is close enough to hear for the first time. Instead of the crunch of bone, you hear this sort of metallic pop underneath my, when it bites into me. As it rips into my arm, there's just kind of a metallic underneath the shirt. Instead of
it
the
tears
blood.
away this layer on him, and you can see a robotic arm be revealed. But yes, so now it is your turn, Norman McNormanson.
Good. This thing bit me. I'd like to think my hand is in its mouth.
It's fine.
And I'd like to break. Again, use a break action, see if I could break a tooth off and maybe negate some of his damage in the future.
Yeah, go ahead.
I rolled a 13 to
hits.
break. All right. And then the damage earlier we did 2d6
plus 1d3, yeah.
2d6 plus 1d3. 13 altogether for breaking the inside of his mouth.
That is not a bad roll. 2 away from max, yeah.
So you stick your hand inside its mouth, and when you retract, you have like you rip off like it's like you accidentally grab the inside of its orbital and you pull it through its mouth. So you just rip off like a chunk of its skull.
Oh shit!
And like some of the muscles attaching, they snap, and you see an eye like almost fully formed in your hand. And you're like, ugh. All right, back to the room full of monsters and a lonely Virgil.
I see the all these sarcophagi, multiple sarcophaguses.
The tops come off of all of them.
I start running towards the other room where Norman and Max are. For sure, I'm getting out of there. Is there like a lot of dust going around too? I would assume.
No. You don't see any dust.
No?
No, you don't see any.
As I'm leaving the room, I turn back. What do I see?
So you see 3 kind of not very fancy mummies. They're just, bandaged up. They look kind of bulky. And you can't see any features. And then you see the one from the main sarcophagus. It kind of gets dragged up by something it's holding. It's like this weird metal, black steel container that like almost pulls this last body up. And you see a much more elaborate mummy that has gilded bandages on, and it's wearing like a pharaoh's hat kind of thing.
Okay. And the container he's holding looks like it goes in that compartment?
It does. It does seem to be.
All right.
Okay. And it visually looks like it's pulling him around.
Okay. Interesting. Noted. And I assume they look angry at me. Do I get the vibe that they're angry at me specifically?
You can sense like hostile intention. Yeah.
Okay.
You feel it coming off of them in waves.
Got it. Okay. Well, I will continue to leave the room and note that the container itself probably got some bad intentions for the crew.
You can try to sense emotion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah, you weren't getting any of that stuff off of the other ones, but you feel like hatred and anger and that kind of stuff coming off of something.
Yeah, you know what? I want my first empathy check to be on a fucking box. That'd be great.
Yeah,
I want that.
No, it's going to be hilarious. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm excited.
Let's see. So it's a test.
Yes, it is a willpower self-discipline test.
So I just need to roll willpower.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. Here.
So you feel this hostility, and you're trying to like feel exactly where it's coming from, and you can sense it coming out of this vessel. So you have a +2 bonus on interaction test with the subject, and you know their current attitude. So their current attitude is hostile, and you can feel this like just absolute hatred. It's not just at you; it's at all the bodies that are animated. Like whatever's in that thing hated all of these people too.
Okay.
And you have like this sense of, you could sense betrayal and that kind of thing.
Got it.
But you definitely sense a grudge.
Okay.
And it's coming out of a vase, so that's fun.
Okay. And he's angry at all the things, the mummies and stuff around him too.
It almost overwhelms you how mad this thing is.
Okay. I will keep that in my pocket and head back to the other room.
You turn around, you look at them, you sense this stuff, and you come and you're getting rained on now.
Okay.
Max.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Can I'm gonna look around the room.
Yes, Veggie Penguin. I know that it doesn't actually turn on the sprinklers.
Max is gonna look around the room, and I was wondering, would it be okay to place like those hand trolley things, push cart trolley things?
Mm-hmm. You want like one of those like Rubbermaid, like big old carts for like maintenance and stuff?
Yeah, I was wondering, is there something like that in the room?
So there's lots of, if you want something on wheels that you can push, there are several options, including some of the display cases.
Okay. Max wants to help Norman because he feels a little guilty. Like, feels like at this point he kind of he's making the situation gradually worse and worse. So he's gonna look for one of those a big push display thing, or a big that he could push, knock into.
You have a couple choices. All right.
Sure, yeah.
So you can try. This will be really, really fucking hard, and if it lands on Norman, he'll die. But you can try pushing over one of the mammoths. But like, that's like as difficult as you can. There's another display case that's nearby that has like some pottery and stuff. Like the whole case is pretty heavy. You can knock that over on it. And then you have another one that is an interactive terminal. like one of those, like, hey, what would you look like as a Neanderthal? Shape morphing technology. And it's like, it's an electronic booth kind of thing, like a computer.
Which would you say that would not kill Norman?
Well, if any of them land on him, there would be trouble. But if the mammoth landed on him, he would definitely die.
Don't believe it. Remember that time you saw me jump off a building?
It's true. You never know.
Yeah,
he might be indestructible.
He did.
I'm really hoping.
Sounds a little too risky for me at the moment.
Apparently, the whole room smells like raw sewage too.
Would this be okay
That's
for
gross.
Max to start like? Honestly, this might take more than one action, but start throwing stuff at the creature to get him to notice it, and then he's gonna just run and kind of go into a chase.
You're gonna try and get him to chase you?
Yeah,
Yeah, you could try that.
Shit.
pretty good at that. So like, you know what, that might work.
That's a taunt. So give me a communication again. So you're like, hey, I'm over here, and like you hide again. Like the fear gets the better of you.
Max is gonna throw like one of the pottery pots, and the guy goes, "Hey, over here!" Starts running and doesn't notice that it's not chasing him.
Yeah, that's just a minor action to do that. So you still can do a major action and move if you want to.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do that then.
What would you like to do, and where would you like to go? You notice that it doesn't follow you when you run.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's just a bad roll.
Yeah.
You can still try to knock something on it if you want to.
Okay. Knock something on it that's not gonna kill Norman.
Yeah, either of the other two options would work: the terminal or the case.
Go with the terminal.
All right, go ahead and give me another strength check to leverage this thing over.
Hey,
That's a success.
2 strength stunt points.
If you just tell me you spend those and like give them to me, I'll do something funny with them.
Right.
I got something
For
pretty
it.
good here.
For it.
Dealer's choice.
So this computer terminal falls and crashes into this soaking wet tiger. So stop points. It's gonna get electrocuted. So I'm gonna roll some damage here. Go ahead and roll 2d6 for me, in addition to what I rolled.
Wait, should be
It's funny.
D6. Yeah.
Okay. So you see this thing crash into this tiger, Norman, like right in front of you. You kind of jump back a bit, and this, like, all of a sudden, you see it get fried a little bit. And it doesn't like that. You see, like, the flesh start to fall off of the bones, and you see it, like, trying to come back up. And it does swat at you again. And it
Like,
cannot miss.
That's what you get, yo.
So once again, it, like, as it's falling, it pulls you into its mouth one last time here.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate. So this thing is, like, borderline dying. I rolled stunt points, which means it gets to do both of its attacks on you. And then you take... You said 5, right?
Yeah, the M's active.
Gary.
Was 5, I think.
You're muted or something.
Oh yeah, we can't hear you. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I muted it because a loud car drove by. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. No, you're good. Take 7.
Oh shit!
Yeah, this thing pulls you in and bites you one last time. As you can feel, it's like almost on the way out here.
Before I take that 7, earlier was I able to negate some of that damage by ripping out face?
Oh yeah, you did fuck up its face with the intention. Take 4 total. So
Okay, so add 3 back.
yeah, add 3 back.
Got it.
I forgot about
Thank
that. Yeah, no, yeah. Hey, you did say that you were trying to do that, so fair enough. But yeah, so this thing bites down. It would have been worse had it had its whole face. But it's your turn.
This seems like a great time to get up and end this thing. I'll stand up, dripping in the mixed undead blood and some part of my own human blood underneath, and stand up and pull the two-handed sword out, or the heavy sword, and bring it crashing down on the back of this thing's neck. Try to cut the head off.
Yeah.
Before I do, I'll look over at Max and say, "Get that Hoover ready," and then bring the blade down.
Hey, go ahead.
I rolled a 15.
Hey.
There is a skull behind Gary. 15, that does hit. Give me that damage.
The damage is... No! What? Oh, critical failure damage. 3 1s on 3 dice.
Oh.
No way.
Is there... May I determination? Can I spend determination?
I will
Yikes.
allow you to spend it conviction to reroll if you want to.
Conviction. Okay, I have 3 conviction. Is it 1 per die, or is it 1 conviction to reroll?
No, just reroll.
Okay, cool.
You guys don't have a lot of conviction, so that's fine.
No, yeah, we certainly do.
If you want to spend your resource to do that, that's fine. That's better.
9 damage is much better than 3.
3. Yeah. Now, if you want to spend a conviction to do that, no problem. 9,
I'll take 9.
because 3 was not going to do it. But 9... 9, you sever this thing's spinal cord as meat is still trying to form around it, and its head flops to the ground, and it kind of unravels from the skin until it's just a skull on the ground. And then a bunch of dust shoots out of its body and starts heading towards Robert. But it's getting kind of wet and clumpy and kind of thickening in the air. Robert, your turn.
I'll enter the room. I'll see the decapitated skull on the ground and the dust trying to return to the room.
Yeah.
I'll kind of shout out to Norman and just say, "Great work. The container inside. I found the source. Worth noting, there's also 4 more mummies. I need your help, Norm."
Ugh. I just dropped my head. Damn, I really thought that was it. I stand up, head down, and just drag my feet, walking towards the door. I really thought we were going to end with that giant saber-toothed tiger thing. This mummy's
You
sort of...
wish.
This mummy thing is sort of a drag compared to that, That was pretty cool.
I don't have an idea, but I just need to know if this is possible.
Yeah.
Can Max lead those mummies to other people, other room?
To the bad guys?
Yeah.
Hey, you could try.
Have them take each other out.
You could try to do that if you wanted to. But it would be a whole chase sequence. And everyone would kind of have to go. If you guys all stayed. If anyone stayed, they'll just kill whoever's here.
Oh shit. Okay.
Well, guys, that's been difficult. He's hoovering up the dead saber-toothed tiger.
Oh,
thing.
you hoover up the dust that came out?
Yeah.
So you start sucking it out of the air, and it does go into the vacuum.
So, what if we lead those mummy dudes to those other dudes and, just kind of let them take each other out, maybe?
I'm still waiting for that squad of soldiers to arrive. Surely they've heard everything we've gotten into by now.
Yeah, they haven't come. Makes you wonder what they're doing.
They might have gotten cut off by my squad.
It's true. I will say, and I'll look at Max. And how's your arm feeling?
GM, how is my arm feeling?
So now that you're like closer to the door, you can lock eye. You see the mummies, and then you see this chunk of stone embedded in the wall. All the stone around it looks melted, and man, you know on sight that that's what is doing this. And you can sense that it is not just any rock; it's a piece of the gate that exploded in the tunnels. How it got here and why it's fused in the wall, you do not know. But you do know that for sure, as soon as you look at it.
Guys, this might sound kind of weird, but remember when we were down a sewer and there was that large explosion and the gate blew up into pieces? Oh, I think we just found one. He's pointing at that to the gate.
I thought it looked familiar.
How the hell did it get here?
I think we should probably take care of these mummy dudes first because they don't look too happy.
Agreed.
Maybe someone should call their mummy. And I'll
Nice.
throw my shield.
What are you throwing it at? You see
the first mummy.
You see 3 that are kind of like following this one. Then you see the one that's like hovering by.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
All right.
But yeah, I'm still down with the idea of, Godzilla versus King Kong. Letting these dudes fight the other dudes. Fight.
We still don't know if there are other dudes. Yeah. I throw my shield for a 15. And it does 7 damage to the feller it smacks into.
You see it hit into its chest, and then it like looks down. It kind of looks down. It kind of like cocks its head to the side, and then it looks at you angrily.
Give me my shield back. I'm gonna start walking towards it.
It falls to the ground and it starts talking in some ancient language.
I'll stop and turn to look at Virgil.
So it's talking in an ancient language right now?
Dad, do you speak Egyptian? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay, you can still try to understand it. Give me an intelligence check.
Yeah. I'm definitely versed in like hieroglyphs and stuff, especially working with the artifacts that, I don't know. Who knows? Let's see. Long shot.
You only understand one thing it says. It says corpse. You hear the word corpse. But you don't know anything beyond that.
Well, I was gonna actually say, hold on one sec. Let's see. This is an interaction test. Never mind. I was gonna say I still have the like sense emotions on them. I don't know if that was gonna help me at all.
Oh yeah,
but...
that does help you with any interaction. So it gives you the emotional context behind what's being said, so you kind of understand more. So when he says corpse, you get the sense that he wants corpse.
He wants a corpse. There's a particular corpse he wants.
All the corpses. Yeah, he wants your corpses. That's what you're getting.
Oh.
I forgot about the +2 with the emotional connection, yeah.
Cool. So I'll turn and say, great news. He wants all of us to be corpses.
I'm afraid we can't comply.
Yeah, dude, I'm like totally not down with that. This is not cool, dude. Tell him it's not cool.
If I could speak back, I'd tell him it's unreasonable, but I don't speak, whatever the hell he's saying. So
Unreasonable indeed.
I'm gonna yell out at the mummies. It's not cool, man. Not cool.
I'm.
Yeah.
I would say if I could, I'd like to take a shot if I could, but I'm going to take a shot at the container.
It's going to be harder, but yes.
I figured it would be, but
Accuracy, sir.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Before you do it, you can take a minor action to add a +1.
It would not have
Not
mattered.
sure if it'll help.
No.
Yeah.
That's all right. We tried, didn't we?
I shoot and dislocate my shoulder.
So you shoot, and some of the bullets, like, you see them scrape. Some of the buckshot scrapes the mummy, and some of it hits the container, but it's kind of like ping, ping, like it doesn't do much. It's not a solid hit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Max, you're noticing something. It's now your turn, Max. You can sense that something's coming through this rift that is being generated by the stone. And as you're looking, you see dust coming out of the stone itself.
Guys, I think we're about to get a visitor. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna regret saying this, dudes, but hey, Virgil, what do you think would happen if I touch that piece of gate right now with? He waves his, wiggles his glowing hand fingers.
Well, last time, if I remember right, everything exploded. But, that might not be the worst thing in this moment, seeing as we're still alive. Maybe you should give it a try.
Oh, like I said, I am totally gonna regret this. Max is gonna kind of go down, kind of take kind of a first tie, make sure his shoelaces are tied tight, and kind of takes kind of that runner's pose. All right. One for the money, and takes off.
Go ahead and give me that dexterity acrobatics check to free run your way, parkour your way across this room past these mummies.
All right.
May I assist him? As he's doing this, I'm going to push forward and fight. So if I can assist right now, I will.
I'll just say you run up and create an issue. But it's mostly going to be him on this. So, 15's not bad.
I just don't want to
At
let
that
him
point,
opportunity
you have
attack
to-
you.
Opportunity attacks aren't really a thing, but in this game. But so one of them does swing at you as you go by, though. He has some like stone blade that looks rusted and old and crappy. He misses you, and you like kick off the wall and you get to the stone.
And Max is gonna slam his glowing arm onto stone as he shouts, "Go, Max, go!"
You touch the stone. So you touch the stone. All of these things kind of start to scream, all in unison as this happens. And you see the dust leave their bodies. And they all kind of fall to the ground. But the dust doesn't go anywhere. The dust starts to form a corporeal, not corporeal, an incorporeal form. It starts to become something.
Before that happens, Max still has that dustbuster on him. Can you try to vacuum that up?
You can try on your next turn.
Okay.
But you did kind of turn off the mummies a little bit here. But
Nice.
let me open up this thing.
Nice.
So, Robert, you can sense that whatever this thing you're looking at is, it is the evil intention that you were sensing. And it picks up the container, and it like puts it into itself. And it looks like a semi-solid sand ghost, if that makes sense. That's what it looks like. And
Gotcha.
its features are still very not present. It's a very vague shape of a face because you guys interrupted what it was doing. So it is going to try. It's mad at Max. Yeah, it's definitely mad at Max. This thing is smart, so it's going to turn around and it's just going to dust at you, Max. Yes. Max, what's your defense?
Team.
What is it?
Team.
15?
You did my because you did my speed, defense, and toughness. I don't know if that's right or not because you did it.
It should be right. So yes. So this thing, it comes at you. You duck out of the way. Just in time. You almost didn't because you were kind of you had that surge of energy just hit you as you turned off this stone. But it comes right at you and it tries to attack you. And then it is going to let out a horrible scream. And everybody, let's see.
Clap your hands.
Oh, you guys don't make a save.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, wait.
Okay. Anyone's defense lower than 11. Or 11 or lower.
Mine
There you
is 11.
What's yours, Robert?
12.
Okay. Norman. So the other two cover their ears as this happens. Norman, you take... what's your defense? 5?
Yeah, it depends if it's ballistic or guns, but this is probably impact, right?
Yeah, it's like impact.
Yeah, 5. I said ballistic or guns.
Feel
Yeah,
like-
impact or ballistic.
Okay. Well, in that case, you only take like 2. So take 2.
Okay.
Your ears bleed a little bit. You're like, ah! As this thing lets out this... It's not even high pitched. It's deep. And it like just... It's too loud. Norman, your turn. You see this thing trying to kill your friend, Max.
I'm going to run at that thing, and is it within run 2 and touch range?
Yeah.
I'm going to run up and stick my arm inside of it and try to pull the vase from inside. The pottery.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that try. Yeah.
Oh, shit. And I'll use a conviction to reroll.
You can't use a conviction to reroll an attack.
Okay.
You can only use
it
it to
just
act.
boost it. That's right.
Yeah.
And I don't think I have enough to boost it to a passing number, so I'm not gonna.
Do you?
try.
Do you? So what
No, I've
happens?
only-
No, you don't. So what
I've only
happens
got-
is you try to reach in, and you overextend. You just fall through it, and you wind up on the other side. And then Virgil.
I'm going to. I highly doubt this thing understands any sort of English at all. I don't know if it'd be much of a stretch for me to say that since I have a connection with it, I can try to communicate in a very the most bare bones, just emotional way. To imply certain things, if that's possible.
You want to try? What are you trying to convince it of?
What I want to convince it of is that, I guess, that we're on its side.
All right, give me a shot here.
Yeah, I want to convince it that, dude, you want bodies? We want bodies. It's great.
It's a funny try, but I'll allow it.
Is it a communication?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus, man.
So you say to it exactly what you just said in real life. Hey, you want bodies? We want bodies. We're on the same page. And you're like looking at your friends. You're like, huh? And like they just stare at you. They're like, oh, God. But that's a minor action. You want to do anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to take another shot at the guy. Actually, what? No, he's kind of like incorporeal, right? Like he's not even like really there.
He's like semi-corporeal.
Yeah.
And you can the dust is swirling around in a human form, and you can kind of see the vase inside.
Okay,
Max, you've been booned.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, people are being booned. Oh, I got booned. But yeah, go ahead.
Actually, I will take a shot if I can see the vase inside. That's a good point. I'll take a shot at the vase again. Oh, come on. Is that enough? Probably not.
You're trying to shoot the vase?
Yeah.
If you want to, you can spend conviction. You just got 1 point. If you spend 2, you'll hit.
So my thing says 4 now. I think that might be wrong unless that's the boon from last time, which I would have never spent.
Yeah, you had a boon.
So
holding over.
So if I spend 2,
I think I might have
that one. I should have 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll spend 2. I have 3 left. I want to hit this fucking vase.
So you hit it, and it flies out of the dust. The vase does. And you can see that it's scuffed. Like, it definitely impacted and did damage to the structure of this thing. And the dust kind of... But then it reforms near Mr. Kapow. Max, it is now your turn.
All right. Well, when the creature like screeched, Max kind of held his ear and said, this is worse than a bop version of a Dave Matthews song."
Oh God,
and,
that is criminal.
He's going to. I'm not sure if this is a minor action or not, but he's going to attempt to vacuum up creature.
This is a major action. Go ahead. I don't even know.
I don't even.
Give me... I mean, we'll do it like a gun. Give me accuracy.
He's gonna shot back an ancient being.
So what happens is you do start sucking this thing up. It starts going in the fucking vacuum. It does start working. And it starts... and it's trying to grab its vase. It's trying to get to it.
Guys, I think I'm ghost busting it.
You are. It is going to let out another scream because that's all it can do right now. Plus willpower. All right. So that time it hits all of you. Is it 2d6? Yeah, it is.
Oh no!
So, whatever your toughness is, subtract that from 12, and that's how much damage each of you take. As it starts, it just screams. Yeah, so 12 minus your toughness is what you take.
Oh no!
So Gary, you take 7. I finally rolled high.
Okay.
Finally rolled high. This is the first time Max has taken damage, I think.
Yeah.
I like that number.
Max gonna hold his ears and go, Yup, this is definitely worse than a Kiss Bop version of a Dave Matthews song.
It is pissed. But yeah, so Norman, that was its whole turn. It's your turn, Norman. You see the vase on the ground, and you see this thing getting sucked into the vacuum. Your ears are bleeding.
I'm gonna grab the vase and throw the vase to Virgil.
Okay. Virgil, what are you doing?
That's what I'm gonna do.
I am feeling the blood flow out of my ears. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Norman throws you a vase.
Yeah, I'll take it. And I'm gonna like look at it real quick. Is there any writing on it that I can
It's
immediately
completely
see?
smooth, but you can't tell that you can open it. And as you're holding it, you can feel it pulsate.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna open that thing.
Inside, you see a black, withered heart going.
And he eats it.
Is it my turn or?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, I see the black heart. I'm gonna pull it out, and look at the dust thing and see how it responds when I'm holding
It's
it.
trying to grab it out of your hands, but it's being sucked into a vacuum. So
Okay, I'm gonna set the heart on the ground and kind of like at an angle so that obviously it won't ricochet back at me. And you'll just hear Virgil say, "I swear to God, if I miss this one," and I'll take one last shot at this little heart that came out.
you do not have to roll.
Okay, good.
I'm not gonna
Like
make you like slip on it like a banana peel.
Thank you.
Although that's really funny. So you stop. You see this thing as you put it on the ground. You get ready to stop it. The thing stops struggling, and you can tell, even though it doesn't have a lot of features, that it's like wide-eyed, like, and it like stops, and then smash. It just stops moving, and there's just dust on the ground, waiting to be vacuumed up.
Nice. So the thing, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
It was a black heart. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm definitely I'm gonna keep the heart and a good amount of dust.
It's all in the shop bag.
And
Max is still
Have
vacuuming.
the bag.
And fragments of that vase. And I'll take some pictures of the like writing around that little what's it called? The compartment that it was in, for sure.
Can I also say that as Max is like vacuuming up all the dust, he's humming the Ghostbusters theme.
Virgil's eyes go super wide, and he goes, "You know, I just realized. I think this is like his cremated body. I don't think this is. Is this dust?" And like, it'll hit Virgil that this is probably like his actual body.
Yeah, these are his ashes, definitely.
Breathing fucking in. Yeah, it's not dust. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have all breathed in a little bit of this guy's corpse.
Max is gonna be like looking at the dust. Goes, so I saw this in a movie. Are we supposed to desecrate this now?
Are you asking if you can pee on it?
Are we supposed to?
That's
usually how they get
do that
rid
back
of
in the lab.
That's how you
Let's
get.
just get
That's how
it.
you get an ancient Egyptian curse on you, right there.
No,
yeah.
Max, I'm not gonna pee on it. But if you'd like to pee on it, feel free.
I kind of like I really need to go. I actually went a little bit when we were fighting with the saber-tooth tiger thing earlier.
Oh gosh.
Me too, Max. Me too.
You guys see flashlights showing through, and you hear like footsteps running, and you see people in tactical gear show up at their door.
Is it the right tactical gear or is it the wrong tactical gear?
You're kind of itchy finger on this, and you get ready, but you notice it is Achilles and Dionysus.
Perfect.
Oh,
Hopefully we're clear for extraction. There was another squad in this building.
Yeah, we have the rest of the teams on that. We're figuring
Great.
out.
You just missed the fun here. Ancient mummies. But by the time we were done with them, they were crying for their daddies.
That's why I joined the Corps.
In all honesty, it really wasn't that much fun.
Hey, you guys really wrecked the place.
I had fun.
But yeah, so now you're in the room. The dust is in the vacuum. You have the heart in the vase, and then you still have this chunk of the gate that's like fused to the wall. As you're looking at it closer without like stress, You're like, wow, like it looks like it melted into the wall.
Hmm.
And when you touch it, it's still kind of hot.
Is Max's arm still glowing like really, really bright?
No.
It's not anymore.
No, once he touched it, it stopped. The portal, whatever this thing is no longer active.
Weird.
Dare I say we should have this removed and brought back to the base, but I'm not sure if we should do it. We might bring this whole building down on top of us.
We can handle it.
Good. I'm a lot of things, but a civil engineer isn't one of them.
Yeah, they'll like one of them will whip out like a box full of stuff, and they'll start like they have like a high tech like saw, and they're just starting to cut the stone.
When you get that out of the wall, get that back to Virgil's laboratory ASAP.
Yes, sir.
You go home now.
That's when you hear gunfire, ba-da-da-da-da-da, coming from somewhere in the main building.
Yeah, I'll duck, get behind a wall.
It's
and
not
be like,
nearby.
Fuck out. Okay, but I'll be like, fuck, I almost forgot. You know, it's almost like we were almost done, but there's always more.
Hey, Max gets behind Virgil.
It's fine, Virgil. Norman takes his helmet off and he opens up his phone and pulls up 2 golden arches on his phone, and you see him start to place an order. You think we should be done in this in about 20 minutes, right? I want it to be hot when we get there.
Depends on you, Norm.
Would you like me to place an order for you as well? There's some family bundles that are really quite the value. Small fry, small beverage.
I don't need McDonald's. That stuff will kill you.
I'll take a quarter pounder with cheese and a fish sandwich and a chicken sandwich. You put them
Perfect.
together, it becomes a land, sea, and air burger.
Man,
Cover
after
it
my
with,
heart.
the sweet and sour sauce. Yeah, that's my stuff. That's my jam.
I order the same
Virgil-
thing, but where I come from, we call it the McGangbang.
Virgil pulls out his phone, looks at Max, and goes, "Are you going to work soon, or like, should I order this pizza after you clock in?"
I mean, if you're just upstairs, that's a quick, delivery. And always remember, you're a delivery guy.
So after as I'm placing my order, walking down the hallway towards this gunfire, having this nonchalant conversation, we'll approach the source.
So as you go through the prehistoric exhibit, you go down the hallway back towards the entrance that you guys came in. You can see down below the rest of your squad is like taking cover next to a hallway, and they're firing back and forth with somebody.
I'll peek around the corner real quick and then get back.
Oh, so you have to go downstairs to get to them, and you do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So you go join up with your squad. You're downstairs, and you hear do. You're like, oh shit! Like that's not a rifle. You look down the hallway real quick. You almost get your face blasted right off. Like all the tile on the wall where you were just looking, it's gone. But what you saw, give me a perception check. Let me see how good you are.
Great. Yeah, that's good. Perception's one of my best skills. I have a 0 in perception. I've rolled an 11.
You see a guy with it looks like he set up an a little encampment with like some kind of. You don't think he brought sandbags, but it definitely looks like he's behind some sort of sandbag situation with a saw, which is a giant machine gun.
Unless
A
somebody
belt-fed
has-
machine gun.
Unless somebody has a med kit or something, I can't take him down this hallway.
I want to head down the hallway and see if I can get a read on the guy.
So if you head down the hallway, he will shoot you.
Oh, no, like down the hallway, like down the. I'm sorry, stairs, down
Okay.
the stairs.
So you go to
Take
where
cover.
everyone else is. Gotcha.
I guess actually, well, I guess I can't do my thing because I have to be able to keep line of, I think see him or keep line of sight. So uh,
I don't know if that's true.
I think it might have said I had to anyone you can see. I think the sight was a pretty big thing.
Of a subject you can see. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely not risk this right here.
You're not gonna look at him to
so-
find out how he's feeling. It's pretty funny to
I
do.
love what he's.
I mean, if you
No.
hold your action and let me go before you, I have an idea that might work. Maybe.
Yeah, I will do that. Defer my round.
Could Max try to just kind of look around the area, kind of try to come up with let's get another improvisational situation where that's one thing, and then maybe
Yeah.
something up high falls on top of the guy.
Give me a perception.
All right. One second. Would I get a bonus for improvisation? Because I don't.
Yeah, sure.
Perception.
So, yeah, no, that's not bad. So you take a peek too, and he almost shoots your face off as well. But so the situation, the hallway, it's a pretty barren hallway. It's pretty smooth. There's no inlets, outlets. There's no doors. It is a straight shot to elevators. There are elevators back there that appear to be going down. And there is a guy set up in the back of this hallway behind a thing with a machine gun. There's nothing really on the ceiling. There's nothing. It's a pretty. You do see they do have like a fire extinguisher halfway down the hallway. But that's about it.
Ooh. Can Max direct either Norman or Virgil to shoot that fire extinguisher to cause an explosion here?
How many people are in your squad, Gary? You're muted again.
There are 5 altogether.
So there's 3 down here as well. So Max, there are also 3 other people here.
Max is gonna yell out to one of the people already shooting that's on their side. Aim for the fire extinguisher, dude!
Oh, actually, if Erebus is here, he was not upstairs. He's the sniper. He's the one who I gave a roll to.
Erebus will take the shot. That is good enough to hit a fire extinguisher when you're a sniper. The fire extinguisher explodes. And a hail of bullets comes down the hallway, but eventually it stops.
Is it over?
You don't hear anything. But the hallway is full of that fire extinguisher stuff. The CO2. It's hard to see. After a life-threatening adventure, he has to go to a second job and punch in to a time clock. Yes. He still has to deliver pizzas, but hopefully his boss would be nice to him since he got threatened by Norman. But yeah, so what's your plan here? It's a pretty shitty situation.
It's pretty bad. And like there's no alternate entrance to where he is. Like it's obvious this is the only way to get down to where he is. Probably why he bunkered there. I
Yes.
assume.
There's always another way around.
In this case, this is the only shot to the elevators, unfortunately.
Is there a wall we can go through?
Potentially, you could try to go through a wall, yeah. So there is a bathroom near you. You could try, but you would have. Do you have explosives or something?
I have a robot arm.
You're gonna go start punching through the wall.
Hell yeah! If I could flip a car, I could punch through some bricks. It might take a minute, but as long as it's not like vault plate steel, I should be okay.
It will take a while to do that.
It'll definitely get his eyes off of the one way in.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Loaded fire extinguisher when it exploded, wouldn't it create kind of that fire extinguisher cover type of thing?
Yeah. He can't see through.
Wow.
It. Yeah.
We might be able to stealth through it, maybe. Give us cover.
Fucking maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
My
like that
fear is.
fucking baby.
Hey,
My fear is he
that's
just
a
decides
stealth
to start
check you
pulling
don't.
the trigger again.
Yeah, it's a stealth check
Yeah.
you don't want to fail. Is all I'm saying.
You guys realize that blood is running down like the sides of my helmet and like dripping and getting hard. And
Oh yeah, he's very hurt.
and yeah, there is blood all over the place, basically. Lots of blood.
Yeah, Norman looks like shit. Norman looks like he's about to keel over any second.
Norman, don't take offense, but look like shit.
Thanks. That's why I'm not going down that hallway. I'm gonna find another way around.
Virgil's gonna walk up to Norm and look him in the eyes and say, "Don't make it weird." And he'll kind of grab the sides of his ears like this, and he'll try to help him out just a little bit.
Give me nothing. How many PP points you spend?
You said it again.
I'm gonna spend 3.
Okay. Norman. Well,
Yep.
I guess you can roll them, Robert.
I can roll, yeah.
3d6.
There you go.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you gain 10. So, as this is happening, explain how your characters feel about each other. Because you know exactly how you feel about each other now. Do you like each other? Do you hate each other? You friends? You like his tushy? Like, what's going on?
Virgil feels a really deep sense of gratitude to Norm because he was in a place where he didn't really feel like what he was doing mattered, or at least no one would admit it. And now, even when there's people above him and even some folks below him that don't really see a lot of value in his work, Norman obviously has trust in him. So Virgil actually has a very large kinship to Norman.
Okay, so you can feel his kind of loyalty to you. You feel that he has your back. How does Norman feel about Virgil? Does Norman like Virgil, or is he kind of meh?
Yeah, so initially, he liked Virgil as much as you like anybody who works in the property or the evidence room, right? Like, hey, co-workers, it's cool, you're fine, no big deal. But since the artifact, I felt weird about Max, and then it's weird because no one's ever been imprinted before, and then now since the gate shattered, now Virgil is gaining powers.
Yeah.
And so I almost feel like he is mystical and maybe even beyond human.
So maybe a little bit of
I'm
fear.
Yeah, so I'm almost like, holy shit, like this guy last week, he punched numbers, and now he's reading minds and healing with magic powers. And the other guy has a glowing artifact arm. Like, what in the shit?
Yeah.
So yeah, almost intimidated a a bit.
Hey, you feel fear
definitely.
come off of him a bit.
Yeah, it's like if you met an
towards you.
angel in real life, right? You would be totally humbled and blown away in fear, but also appreciative, I guess.
Yeah, that's really strong heal ability. That's pretty cool. So yeah, your wounds close, and you guys get to know each other a little better. The mist still obscures this hallway. Are you guys going to go down now that you're a little better off?
Oh yeah, now I can double defense up too.
So you guys start heading down. Well, at least Norman starts heading down the hallway. You bringing anyone with you?
You'll know when the screaming stops that it'll be safe to come down.
So only you.
And I'll walk into the fog.
Absolutely.
Max is gonna say,
Do you want to go, Max?
I have a bad feeling about this again.
Are you going to follow him?
Yeah.
Max follows you. So as you guys...
Max is stealth, though.
Yeah.
Purposely stealth.
So
Virgil's gonna give Max like the world's shittiest salute, like good luck, my mans. like on the other side of the head, like he obviously has no fucking clue what he's doing.
So we're gonna have to get those stealth checks next time to see if you guys get murdered by a machine gun in a hallway. Because that's it for this week. So.
Did I ever tell you about that time back in high school when I got murdered by a machine gun in a hallway? We'll have to get into it next time. We're out of time, but I'd love to talk about it.
Ooh, I just had an idea. Ooh, I'm gonna save that for next game then. Next game, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So
do.
next time, not this Friday, but not this coming Friday, but next Friday we'll be playing again, as we do every other Friday for Modern Age Threefold. I have been the Game Master Johannanon, and if you like what you see and you want to do your own game, use our code to get 5% off of anything in the Green Ronin store, including print editions, and help the channel at the same time. But yeah, I've been Johannanon at RockFact on Twitter.
Casualty CDG, and if you want to see me and Jahan playing games, we play every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 p.m. until 11 p.m. We also have a podcast called Fresh Out the Podcast, all about entertainment and movies and news and Oscar movies, things that we find relevant or our third co-host finds relevant. And I'd love for you guys to follow us there. Right now, Jahan and I are doing a Thursday night superhero battle royale system type of thing. We've read Cypher System and we've read Mutants and Masterminds. We plan on reading a bunch of superhero systems and seeing which one is the one. Who will we play? Who is the victor? Right now we've graded 2 and we're going to dive into more. Join us every time. Join us on the thing. Thank you.
And I'm Robert, friend of Fresh Out the Box.
And I am Michael Powell, aka Mr. Kapow, and as always, you can find me all over the internet on my social medias, which is at Mr. Kapow. That's MrKapao, or my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Michael Powell Does Stuff, because I do a lot of stuff like my YouTube channels. There's 2 of them: Fantastic Tales of Adventure for ttrpg, or Dastardly Tales of Horror, if you're down for horror. And let's see, usually on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm on the Nat 20 Productions official channel, and on Thursdays, I'm usually on the Toyzilla network for Toyzilla Live, where I do a show about toy reviews and toy news. And then also every other Thursday, right after that, I'm on Live Action Roleplay, where I actually have 2 characters now: a cafe owner and also a newly sentient shark hand puppet named Sharko, who has to tell bad jokes to stay alive.
Oh boy, that's a good one.
So, Mr. Kapow, you've totally reminded me. One time we had this character in Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition who was a water genasi, and he could turn his hands into water, and he got himself a shark mount that had a saddle of speed. So the shark had a speed of 1, and he would turn his hands into water and stick it into the shark's gills so the shark could hop 1 speed on land. And then he would turn his hand into water whips and whip people with, like, while he was sitting on a shark and, like, dare them to come at him. And it was really something else.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. We appreciate all of you for talking in the chat, giving us suggestions, and telling us to use vacuums on ghosts. Very exciting stuff. We love it. But yeah, thank you so much. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time.